So I've been struggling a little bit, which is why I haven't really been making videos, and also I just haven't been inspired because I'm struggling. you know, on this channel I often, I guess, give advice or, I guess try to just give out whatever jewels I can to help my fellow scapegoats, find ways to cope and get better and get stronger. And I think with this channel being very much a pro-healing, pro-boundaries channel, what I like to do and the way I like to approach it is to be very strong and to have a very resolute view of things in terms of my response to narcissism, how I deal with it, how I think it would be beneficial for other people to deal with it. And so there's that image or whatever. But I'll tell you what, there's soft feelings too. I don't think I ever talk about my sadness on this channel. I'm always trying to go team scapegoat. I don't really get as vulnerable. But as I said, I've been struggling. Rumination is definitely something that us black sheep can relate to. Mostly because you can't believe that the crap went down. You can't believe that this person, your blood, did this to you. So bottom line, I have a cat, and I've had thoughts as recently as a week ago of, when my cat's gone, I'm done. That's my responsibility. She's my responsibility. I adopted her, and I have to look after her. I can't just take myself out and leave her behind. And I don't trust anyone to love her and care for her like me. So I was really thinking about this hard. And the thing about it was, I'm a little sad now, but as I had the thought, I wasn't even sad. It was more like I'm just tired inside. I'm very tired inside. I'm tired of fighting a war I should have never had to fight in my life. I'm tired of dealing with the bad decisions of another person who was supposed to love me. I'm tired of it. I know that's not what you tune into this channel for. I'm usually different, and I'm sure I'll, get chipper again and be back to my old, shit-talking self. But yeah, struggling, thinking about checking out early, thinking about, what is the point? Thinking about the coldness of no contact. Not that I want to reestablish contact, but just thinking about the fact that this person is my mother. Enemies outside in the world makes a lot of sense to me. They don't know me. They're not invested in me. I'm just some guy. My mom, though. How do you hurt your kid like that? And how do you, when your kid confronts you and says, hey, I want to talk about this, how do you ignore that? I always think to myself, what if that was me reaching out for that last time, hoping to save myself? When I sent my mom a series of text messages over a year, begging her to talk about our relationship, damn near fucking begging, right? And she just literally would change the subject and or just ignore it. I often think, what if that was like her last opportunity to save me? Not just save the relationship, save me from the accumulated mess, the accumulated fucking pain, and I can't even talk. Like, but what if that was her only opportunity? Narcissists don't even think, they don't think. I mean, they're stupid, but they also, even if they weren't stupid, they don't think. They do not think. When I was younger, I committed myself because I was feeling down and I wanted out. I wanted out of life. And so I committed myself. So if you're a parent and you know that your child has, a history of depression, a history of suicide, it's fucking YouTube, right? Got to be careful. Why wouldn't you, if you know that, why wouldn't you at least, let's say you don't give a shit about being a better person, why wouldn't you just like reach out, at least say, hey, is everything okay, or blah, blah, blah. I got nothing but radio silence and or mocking. And that's on a mountain of abuse that I experienced as a child. I know this is a shitty video. I know it is. I'm posting it anyway because this is reality. This is the reality of the situation. This is what the narcs do to us. I don't think the thoughts to get out of here will ever go away. I don't think I can metabolize that betrayal and just move on. The betrayal, it's the betrayal of it. It's the cruelty of it. It's the unconscionable, unthinking coldness. It flies in the face of everything you think you're supposed to get from a mother. I'm not a happy man. I'm not. You see, and I don't know why a narc would be watching my channel other than to just like try to get like recon or some shit. But this is the face of it. We're not spoiled brats. This is what you do to us. We're not spoiled brats. This is not a trend. This is not an attention-seeking exercise. This is not a fun thing to do. This is literally to save our lives. And you want to know what happens? We do the thing, we cut you off, we go no contact, and then we get to be re-victimized by the Oprahs of the world and everybody of the world saying, oh, these kids, they just give up and they just go off all willy fucking nilly. And what they don't understand is that this is what's happening. Behind everybody's opinion and these young millennials and these Gen Zs and these beyond all those people and all that jaw-jacking and all that assumptions that they make about people like us who are doing everything we can to ensure our psychological safety and longevity, even though they want to bark all that and do all that, we all know that this is the real thing. This is why we're getting away from it. This is why we're staying away. We're never coming back, because it's not like I just walked out the door and it was just like, okay, well, life is hunky-dory now. I gotta unpack 37 fucking years of weird shit. Okay, and I have to unpack that, and it centers around the person who gave me life. A trend. Yes, this is a best trend. You know, normally with a trend, you get something out of it. What have I gotten? You know, suicidal ideation. What have I gotten? Being talked about like a dog to the whole fucking family. What have I gotten? Anhedonia. Does this seem like a good time? Does this seem like the club anybody wants to be in? You know, it's sad when, you know, and the feelings ebb and flow. I'm not, you know, it's not a pity party all the time, but, you know, if it's a trend, I don't know who would jump on board to join a trend where you end up being a person whose only tether to this life is his cat. You know, it's so, and this is all over the place. This is probably going to be a shitty video. Who cares? I don't even know. They really do break you. Well, no, I'm not broken. I'm not broken. I won't say that. And I certainly won't admit defeat to her. But, I mean, they definitely take the lead out your pencil. The wind out your sails. I am tired all the time. It's a lot. I don't know. I'm sitting here. I don't even know what to say. Ending the video. Hope you all are well.